Fellas, let me tell you this. Body language is the most important language to be able to translate. You have to understand when you are talking to an insane, irrational human being. And try your best not to engage in any type of conversation that is not necessary. Unless you are selling something that they need. Other than that, why would you need to subject yourself to an irrational, unstable person? How do you know when a person is unstable? Let's go. Look at these facial expressions. This is not normal human behavior. This is childlike behavior. This is theatrics. When a person is in theater, they over exaggerate their expressions to convey a point. This is crazy. This is bat blip crazy. Bat blip crazy. Yes, it is. This was Nicki Minaj with Kevin Samuels, and I don't even want to talk about the dumb well, I do want to talk about the dumb questions that were asked. You have one of the most popular, world-renowned females who's married to an offender, and she's talking to an image consultant who is probably the most popular man on YouTube at this time. And, with a lack of relationships, positive relationships, and her relationship isn't the type of relationship that we should be emulating, she could have asked this man any question in the world. They could have talked about anything. She could have, they could have spoke about, supporting families or anything. But what does she ask this man? She asked to be rated because, of course, our beautiful women always want to know how beautiful they are. She asked him how many times intercourse should be had in a day, as if men that are over 30 still have the sensual drive of a young man at 17. We don't even care about we don't even care. It's like a biological thing. Like, hey, these rocks gotta go. So, hey, I don't want new kids. I don't want diseases. So we don't care about that anymore. And it's crazy because the older women get, the less attractive they are, and the more of a physical urge they have. The older we get, the more attractive we are to women, and the less of an urge we have. We care more about being respected than being pleasured. And because equality in society's mind means that everything a woman wants, a man wants, and everything a man has, a woman is entitled as well, because she's equal, regardless if the input. Equality in today's day is having the same output, regardless of the input. Now, this is bat blip crazy. Like, I'm like scared of Nicki Minaj. She does all of these like weird Cookie Monster facial expressions and noises, and it creeps me out. Like, I'm creeped out by women that behave like this. That I'm literally creeped out by women that have this weird behavior, because it's like, what is that? That's like schizophrenic. Like, look, like, how can I have a conversation with and Kevin Samuels, in my opinion, is caping. He wants to be mainstream, but to me, he's breaking frame and he's getting off of a square, because you want to be mainstream to such a degree that you are willing to compromise your integrity. I witnessed you check a woman who was on your show, who was doing these same weird expressions, and you were about to kick her off of the show because of the same thing that Nicki Minaj is doing right now. You said on your show that Sweetie was a 6, but you're looking at Nicki Minaj and saying that she is a 9 with all of these additions and stuff. Like, I get it, you want to be mainstream, but you don't need mainstream, sir. You have created a lane that doesn't exist, and I think you are the new mainstream. You don't need their validation, my friend. You are it. You are at the zenith of what you can be. If you go mainstream, it's gonna kill the validity of everything we do. Like, I'm a fan of KS. Believe me, I'm a fan of KS. I've been following him before he had 100,000 followers. I've been following him, me and a couple of my friends. And then at the same time, we've been having these conversations months, if not years, offline. So, I get it, but I can't lie. I am disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed because I was noticing this, the same thing with Britney Renner. I don't like how when a woman has like clout or status, you don't hold her to the same standards that you do other women. And this is not like me critiquing you personally. This is just me observing your content. And as a man, if we're supposed to hold each other accountable, I'm not asking you to be disrespectful or belligerent, but I'm asking you to be consistent. If you are gonna hold these average women to the flame for being unrealistic, then why can't you do that with Britney Renner, Blue Jasmine? It's, I don't know. I don't know. It's not. It's kind of made me take a step back from a lot of different content creators because it's obvious that it's not really about change or getting men and women together, in my opinion. It's just about placating emotions and serving people the conflict they want to hear. This is a means to an end, which is, as he said, he wants to be corporate, wants to be mainstream. I don't understand why when you already are beyond mainstream. You're doing things that mainstream can't do. You have people mimicking you. What's her name? Kendra, whatever the girl is from Atlanta. She basically stole your show and is emulating what you do. And she's a mainstream radio host. You are mainstream, my friend. And what you're doing is too important to be compromised. Like, I don't think you should be mainstream. I think you should make mainstream submit to you. You don't need to be mainstream. You are the first man on social media that have the power to make mainstream submit to you. Nicki Minaj wanted to talk to you. The same way as there's other women that would like to talk to you, but probably don't want to look foolish because you're not disrespectful. You're intelligent. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why this is bat blip crazy. This is bat blip crazy. I'm telling you, this is creepy. You're talking to a person and they're doing these type of expressions, opening their eye. That is psycho, yo. Like, that is psycho. You're telling me it doesn't even matter what she's saying. Body language. This is a constant need for attention. All eyes on me. This is attention-seeking behavior at its finest, and women normalize this, and they mimic this behavior, but don't get the same results. But, what are the results? She hasn't did an album in a long time. Clearly, she wanted to get married at all costs. Cardi B got married, so it was like, let me find somebody, and she found the worst type of man that you can find, and KS didn't speak on it, rightfully. But at the same time, like, she's not even qualified to be in this conversation. Like, it is what it is. I thought originally that she came on his show, but he went on her show. But he was respectful. I wasn't asking or thinking for him to be mean, rude, or disrespectful, but come on, yo, she is not a 9. By no means. Not with that Play-Doh body, that build-a-body booty and hips. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not unattractive, but I don't know any guy that has said, you know what, I want a woman that has plastic surgery, that is, just a boss babe. I've never met a guy like that. Never. I've never met a guy that said he wanted a boss babe. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some simps out there that would do and say anything for this type of woman, but I'm sorry, I just haven't met it. And I just would like us to call crazy when we see it and stop trying so hard to be accepted by mainstream media. Like, that's what you say. You know, like, you talking about going to a predominantly white school and this and that. Like, come on, man, you got the power. You don't need them. You are the new standard. You are the new mainstream.